Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here on the fishing channel. I wanted to make another quick video today about this frustration with this reel situation. This is a good reel. I've used it so much though I broke the spool and I replaced it with the carbon reel. This is an Abu Garcia, and it's a good reel. But here's the thing, like yesterday, and it's ultra light, I'm throwing this really small lure, and I forgot what this is called. It'll come to me in a few minutes. But I like it. It's a little minnow, and it's very effective. It'll catch bass, crappies, even bigger bass seem to just go after it sometimes, you know. Boy, I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, so the deal is, it was really windy here yesterday, and it was one of those times where you want to like scream or just quit, because the line coils up, it grabs together, now you got knots and this and that, and it's a whole big deal. So that's 4-pound line, and what I'm going to do is, because I know this one place where I'm concentrating on, it's only some small gathering creeks and stuff that are together. They're about 2-3 feet deep, and the bass tend to sit off to the side, so it's a lot of short casting over and over and over again. But this seems to be coiling up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over and test it out later, and I've done it before, so it's not like a big issue. This is a Rebel minnow. That's all I remember. It's a Rebel. So this is 4-pound line, like I said. We're gonna just so we're gonna remove this for now. I'll cut the tags off shortly. I don't want the tags on. So what I'm gonna do is remove this reel. This is a great rod, by the way. This is a Daiwa Spinmatic X. It's a one-piece, like 4.5 foot. It's got great action to it for an ultralight. I don't know if they still make it. Now look, here's the reel seat, right? And here we go with the Vaseline story again. Now you see how dried out this is? So it's a little bit uncooperative. So I'm just going to take some of this good old Vaseline and just give it a quick layer on here, right underneath the reel seat. And it just gives it some protection and makes it easier to deal with. So what I'm going to switch to actually is like a 1959. That's old, right? That's how old I am. I was born in 59. Shh, don't tell anybody. This is like a 1959 Zebco Scottie, and it has a really cool little head in it. You know, I can just pop this open really quick and show you. And you have to loosen. This is also the drag knobs, but you have to turn it to the left, loosen it, and then pop up this little pin in here on the side, and it'll help pop the cap right off. So there's a pin there. You lift that up, and then this comes off, and this is what the head looks like. Now I don't know what this is made out of. It's probably made out of a bunch of things you can't use today because the regulations, you know, can't make this metal or use it. It probably has lead in it, but I know one thing: it casts really far with light line. Now this is only 6-pound line. There was 4-pound on the other one. So but if you see one of these around at some kind of a show or something and it's in good condition, check it out. It's a good little reel. It has 3 positions that you can use, and then when you want to put the cap back on, you have to seat it on one side, and it is a little bit tricky to push it in. Let's see if I can get it the first time. There's a catch here, and it's not always the easiest. I did catch it. There it goes, and it snapped in. So now on this one, the line comes off really fast, and the drag you can make the drag here. I have it tight. I'm going to loosen it. It's nice and smooth. Very smooth drag. It's got the old style handles on it, but they work great. The only thing with these handles is you have to have the box wrench. Well, you don't have to have a box wrench, but you're better off if you do. Have the box wrench just to snug it up every once in a while. Like that. But you hear that drag's nice and smooth? Then there's a switch on the side. You can put it up, and it has a clicker for doing bait fishing. And then you can put it in the middle, and it's silent, and it'll pull out silent. Or put it down, and then the back stop goes on. Now the drag is on, and I can make the drag as tight as I want. But, okay, so anyway, without prolonging this, that can wait. They're going to sell me solar energy now or some other thing every day. You know, we're supposed to be on the do not call list. I don't want to hear about it. I have what I want. I don't want them calling me every day with their stuff, you know. Alright, so anyway, tighten this down. It's all set to go. Same rod, not changing a thing. I'm going to wire this up and put on my little Rebel Minnow, which at the moment, it disappeared. I got it. So, let's just look at the Rebel Minnow. This is a great bait. They come in gold, too. It's very small. And it has a light diving action. And it's just super effective in small water. It gives you a nice, it'll like almost float along the top if you just want to, you know, bring it along. I find they don't have them in the store. The other minnow that I like is the Yozori minnow, but they don't. I have to order them online or find one, and you know, they can be a little expensive too compared to these are less, but they're both very effective. So that's it. So this is what I'm going to use later. Give the button a quick press, hold it in, toss the minnow out. It'll go nice and far because this reel casts fantastic. And it has, again, this has 6-pound line. I can adjust my drag. I'll make it a little bit tighter here. On this one, you have to adjust, I'm going to see if I can, counterclockwise to make it tighter. It's like, it's not quite intuitive because it's opposite. You know, but you always want the drag to work on these older Zebcos. You don't want to give them like a hard pull set, because if you want to set, you got to put your finger on the string to do it. Don't let the reel do it, because you can bend stuff and damage it and you can't get the parts. You know, I have about 4 of these. 1 is broken for parts and 3 that actually work. I have 1 brand new in a box that's never been used. I found that one on eBay. It cost me like $30, and it's brand new. These other ones were like $9 or something, you know. So you can find these. You just got to look for ones that are not, you know, in terrible condition, or go to a fishing show, you know, flea market, fishing flea market. Okay, so there it is. 2 videos in one day, and I'm experimenting with videoing in the field. I didn't have the greatest success the last 2 times I'm trying, so I didn't post anything yet. But hopefully when I do it, it'll be something worth watching. You know, maybe we'll have a decent bass, or we'll have some other fun. Because I know people do it all the time, and that was not really ever the intention of this channel, was to be out in the field, you know, fishing. And there's so many channels like that. You can just watch them all day long. This is more about the nuts and bolts, the nitty-gritty, and some conversation, you know, like whatever, coffee conversation. All right, have a good day, and we'll see what happens. Bye-bye.